Right, I heard a lot of the debates being, where's your concern? And I do want to get into that a little bit to start the show off. Are you concerned? What does your, air quote, concern meter look like right now? And it's sort of silly to say after one loss, but a lot has happened in 1 week, and that's just life in the National Football League, right? I was on a different network as a guest previewing Eagles Commanders, and I remember in one of my answers I talked about, pretty much how healthy this Eagles team has been throughout the majority of this season. And now we're sitting here after a couple of, old head additions in Sue and Linval Joseph due to injury. Dallas Goedert out due to injury. Now you look around and you say, all right, the injury bug has hit, and that's a given. Like, that you're not going to go 17 weeks in the NFL with a clean bill of health. That's just not how it works. So the injury bug seems to have hit, boom, all at once. The loss comes with it. And now you look at this team, this once 8-0 undefeated team. You look at the NFC standings and you say, all right, we have the New York Giants right on our tail at 7-2. We have the Minnesota Vikings with the identical record of 8-1. Thankfully, the Eagles hold the tiebreaker there. Cowboys are 6-3, a huge, huge matchup later today between the Vikings and the Cowboys. We'll get into that as well. But where is the concern? And if you have any concern at all, I want to hear more about it. All right, 215-592-9494. And a question that has come up throughout the week after Monday up until this point is, what is this offense going to look like without Dallas Goedert? How big of a hit is it really going to be? We don't know. We haven't seen this year's team, obviously, without Dallas Goedert playing a significant role offensively. And how ironic is this answer that I'm about to give as my key to what the Eagles need to do, especially while Dallas Goedert is out. Here it is.
I'm going to say it's slow so we can all pick it up.
It's going to be really slow, all right, because I'm smarter and better than all of you, just like Doc Rivers is. I'm not as smart and better as Doc Rivers, but I'm close.
I've earned that.
Beautiful, Ty. Excellent work early on. It's not with Jalen Hurts' arm. It's with the quarterback. But you know what the Eagles' offense needs to do? They need to put the ball in Jalen's hands as a runner.
Get freaky.
That's right. I said it. After all the debates and the yelling and screaming matches that we've had throughout this city, throughout the Delaware Valley, leading up to this year, well, is Jalen the real quarterback? Is he the real deal? What can he do? Take the next step, yada, yada. Stop it, all right? He answered those questions, shut me up a little bit to a degree about that. Proud he did. Now, I look at Jalen Hurts, the runner, and that's where this team offensively needs to go back to. Right? Look at the last 4 games. Jalen Hurts has been averaging 6.5 rushes on average per game, 22 rushing yards per game. And in the last 4, he's only had 1 rushing touchdown. Look at Jalen Hurts' numbers in the first 5 games of this season. He averaged 13.6 carries per game. He averaged just over 53 rushing yards per game at 53.2, and he had 6 total rushing yards. It's disgusting. So you look at the first 5 games for Jalen compared to the last 4, and the Eagles have completely gotten away from Jalen Hurts, the runner. That's fine, right? They were successful in the last 4, going 3-1 with the loss most recently to Washington. But now you lose a key member in Dallas Goedert. And for me, the answer lies right there with our quarterback and not with his arm, with his legs. We need to see more Jalen Hurts planned, called, scheduled runs, however it looks like, right? And I'm sure there's going to be some plays where a play breaks down, a pass play, and he takes off and runs. That happens every week. I'm not talking about that. If it happens that way 4, 5, 6 times, fine. But I want more planned and called RPOs. I want more just simply planned Jalen Hurts runs. This kid is dynamic. This offense is dynamic. And one of the things that makes both Jalen and this offense so dynamic is his ability to run with the football. That's what we need to see. He's averaged only 22 rushing yards in the past 4 games. He's averaged only 6.5 rushing attempts per game in the past 4. Those numbers were doubled in the first 5 weeks of this NFL season. So this team needs to go back to that. Simple. Because Dallas Goedert is a significant loss, all right? I'm Captain Obvious. I'm bringing the knowledge here. He is a big loss. And even by going back to Jalen Hurts as a runner a little bit, we are still going to notice the absence of one Dallas Goedert. But for me, the answer is Jalen the runner. What is your answer? 215-592-9494. I'm your host, Ryan Rothstein. Ty Hood hanging with me, producing the show, helping you get in on the conversation. We'll get